double celebration. The first one is Utsava, and the second one is, of course, appearance day of Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Vihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jaya Girivaradhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jaya Girivaradhari. Jaya Yasoda Nandana Vraja Jana Ranjana. Yasoda Nandana Vraja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Vihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jaya Girivaradhari. Jaya Yasoda Nandana Vraja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Vihari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Radha Vallabha, Radha Vallabha, Sri Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Prala Narsimhadev, Prala Narsimhadev, Prala Narsimhadev, Prala Narsimhadev. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Sri Sri Gauritai ki, Sri Sri Radha Bhagwan ki, Sri 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 Jagannath Baladeva Subhadramani ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Bhande. Hare Krishna. So I'd like to welcome all of you on the occasion of Utsava and Appearance Day celebration of Srila Prabhupada. And today we're going to discuss about both of them. So Utsava, so all of you had witnessed the appearance of Lord Sri Krishna as son of Devaki and Vasudeva. But today we are celebrating Krishna's appearance as son of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Mata. So the suitable verses for this occasion, Utsava, are of course there in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. So we have chosen Canto 10. So this is the Canto 10. So you can see here appearance of Lord Sri Krishna as son of Devaki and Vasudeva. But of course, here inside, as we go through, as you all know, so during last 4 or 5 hours, suppose if it was 5,325 years ago, at that time, Lord has made a journey from Mathura to Vrindavan. Actually, Gokul. And the verse that we have chosen is from chapter 5, that is Canto 10, chapter 5, verse 1 and 2. So these two verses are written on the board, which is about Utsava. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we'll read verse, this word by word, and then the full verse. Sri Sukha Vacha Nandaha Tu Atmaja Utpanne Jata Ahalada Mahamanaha Ahuya Vipran Vedagnan स्नातः शुचिः अलङ्कारः वाचायित्वा स्वात्ययनं जता कर्म आत्मजस्य वाय कारायणम् आस्य विधिवत् पितृदेवा अर्चनं तथा। श्रीशुकवाच नन्दस्तु आत्मज उत्पन्ने नन्दस्तु आत्मज उत्पन्ने जतालादो महामनः जतालादो महामनः अविहा विप्रन् वेदज्ञान अविहा विप्रन् वेदज्ञान सनतः शुचिरलङ्कृतः सनतः शुचिरलङ्कृतः वाचयित्वा सत्वी अयनं वाचयित्वा स्वस्ति अयनं जता कर्माम्बुजाशवाय जता कर्मात्मुम्बुजायवाय करायम् आशा विधिवत् करायम् आशा विधिवत् पितृदेवार्चनं तथा पितृदेवार्चनं तथा। श्रीशुकवाच नन्दस्त आत्मजा उत्पन्ने जता आह्लादो महामनः अविहा विप्रान् वेदज्ञान नातः शुचिरलङ्कृतः वाचा वित्वा स्वस्ति अयनं जत्वा जतकर्मात्माञ्जाशवाय करायाम् आशा विधिवत् पितृदेवार्चनम् अथत। श्रीशुकवाच नन्दस्त आत्मज उत्पन्ने जतालादो महामनः अविहा विप्रान् वेदज्ञान स्नातः शुचिरलङ्कृतः वाचायित्वा स्वस्ति अयनं जतकर्मा आत्मञ्जस्य वाय करायाम् आशा विधिवत् पितृदेवार्चनं तथा। श्रीशुकवाच नन्दस्त आत्मज उत्पन्ने जतरादो महामनः अविहा विप्रन् वेदज्ञान नातः शुचिरलङ्कृतः वाचायित्वा स्वस्ति अयनं जतकर्म आत्मजस्य वाय कारयम् आशा विधिवत् पितृदेवार्चनं ततः। श्रीशुकवाच नन्दस्तात्मज उत्पन्ने जतालादो महामनः अव्या विप्रन् वेदज्ञान तः शुचिरलङ्कृतः Shri Sukavacha. Devachana Tata. Shri Sukavacha. Nandasva. Mataji. Okay. So what translation? Sri Sukavacha. Sri Sukadev Goswami said, Nandaha, Maharaj Nanda, to indeed Atmaja, his son, Utpanni, having been born, Jata, overwhelmed, Ahaladaha, in great jubilations, Mahamanaha, who was great-minded, Ahoya, invited, Vipran, the Brahmanas, Vedagnan, who were fully conversant in Vedic knowledge, Snataha, taking a full bath, Suchiha, purifying himself, Alankrataha, being dressed very nicely, with ornaments and fresh garments, Vachaita, after causing to be recited, Swasti Ayanam, Vedic mantras by the Brahmanas, Jata Karma, the festival for the birth of the child, Atmajasya, of his own son, Why? Indeed. Karayam Asha. Cause to be performed. Vidivat. According to the Vedic regulations. Pitra Deva Archanam. The worship of the forefathers and the demigods. Tata. As well. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Sukdev Goswami said, Nanda Maharaj was naturally very magnanimous, and when Lord Krishna appeared as his son, he was overwhelmed by jubilation. Therefore, after bathing and purifying himself and dressing himself properly, he invited Brahmanas who knew how to recite Vedic mantras. After having these qualified Brahmanas recite auspicious Vedic hymns, he arranged to have the Vedic birth ceremony celebrated for his newborn child, according to the rules and regulations. And he also arranged for worship of the demigods and forefathers. Purport. Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has discussed the significance of the words Nandastu. The word tu, he says, is not used to fulfill the sentence, because without tu, the sentence is complete. Therefore, the word tu is used for a different purpose. Although Krishna appeared as the son of Devaki and Vasudeva did not enjoy the Jatakarma, the festival of the birth ceremony. Indeed, this ceremony was enjoyed by Nanda Maharaj as stated here. Nandastu Atmaja Utmanni Jatalado Maha Manaha. When Nanda Maharaj met Vasudeva could not disclose, your son is actually my son. You are his father in a different way, spiritually. Because of fear of Kamsa, Vasudeva could not observe the festival for the Krishna's birth. Nanda Maharaj, however, took full advantage of this opportunity. The Jatakarma ceremony can take place when the umbilical cord connecting the child and the placenta is cut. However, since Krishna was brought by Vasudeva to the house of Nanda Maharaj, where was the chance for this to happen? In this regard, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur desires to prove with evidence from many Shastras that Krishna actually took birth as the son of Yasoda before the birth of Yogamaya, who is therefore described as the Lord's younger sister. Even though there may be doubts about the cutting of the umbilical cord, and even though it is possible that this was not done, when the Supreme Personality of Godhead appears, such events are regarded as factual. Krishna appeared as Varadev from the nostril of Brahma, and therefore Brahma is described as the father of Varadev. Also significant are the words Karayam Asya Vidivat, being overwhelmed with jubilation over the birth of his son. Nanda Maharaj did not see whether the cord was cut or not. Thus he performed the ceremony very gorgeously. According to the opinion of some authorities, Krishna was actually born as the son of Yasoda. In any case, without regarding for material understanding, we can accept that Nanda Maharaj's celebration for the ceremony of Krishna's birth was proper. This ceremony is therefore well known everywhere as Utsava. Om Ajnana Trimindasya Jnananjala Salakaya Chaksurulmitam Ena Tasme Sri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishnapadaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namini Namaste Saraswadevi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pachata Desha Tarini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktivanda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So it is so nice to see all of you today, even though most of you possibly had darshan of Lord Krishna, son of Vasudeva and Devaki at 12 o'clock, 12:20, 12:30 up to 1 o'clock. Hopefully all of you had feast also on the appearance of Lord Sri Krishna. Yes, Hari Bol. And after a few hours, and all of you appeared here for celebration of Prabhupada's appearance. How many of you are here during Mangalarti? Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Appears like they are not going home. So they just rested here and purified themselves and decorated and came to the temple, just like Nanda Maharaj is doing. Of course, even speaking Śrīmad Bhāgavatam and Prabhupada's appearance is such a privilege and honor. So somehow it comes to me, and it did come similarly last year also. So maybe it is arrangement of providence by Prabhupada mercy and devotees mercy. So thank you everybody again coming here. And although we are only few here assembled today, but Lord Krishna says, Manushanam Sahasresu. Out of thousands of human, one strives for perfection. Perfection in transcendental way. Among those who achieved perfection, hardly anyone knows me in truth. And all those who are assembled here now, 10 devotees, me 11th, so we are very fortunate. So hopefully we know a little bit truth for Lord Sri Krishna. As Krishna says, so this is very, very rare chance. So just recalling the context yesterday, His Holiness Vedavasa Prem Maharaj has discussed about appearance of Lord Krishna and the glory. So he talked about the Bhagavad Gita verse, Janma Karma Chame Divyam. So those who know this transcendental appearance and activities of Sri Krishna, and so they are pure and they are qualified to go back to Vaikuntha Loka. And so Lord has appeared. Why did He appear? And of course, the best person who can give answer is Himself. Ours is the limited mind, the limited senses, we may not be understanding. But Lord says, there He says particularly, Paritranaya sadhunam vinaschaya duskrutam dharma samsthapanachaya sambhavami yuge. So this Paritranaya sadhunam, actually Lord don't have to appear. He can do that simply by inspiring you from the heart. So if you are having some trouble in your life and somehow you want to connect, He can inspire you to connect with Him as Paramatma. He doesn't have to come. Then Vinaschaya Duskrutam. So there are demonic personalities there. He doesn't have to come and kill. Just by mere will, His energy can finish it up. If Krishna wants to kill, no one can, protect. So, and of course, to establish dharma, so He doesn't have to come. He can send saints like Prabhupada. So in Kali Yuga, Prabhupada just came and did that. And there are many other devotees who have come. So during confusion, even Madhvacharya has appeared. So he has also established confusion between this, is it oneness or a duality? This all philosophical confusion. So they can come, the saintly person can come and do it. But why did Lord appear here in person? That too as Krishna. Krishna to Swam Bhagavan, not just His incarnation. He Himself appeared. Why? So mainly because, so He wanted to enjoy pastimes with His confidential associates and devotees. So devotees are primarily focused on, engaging in devotion. So you can, this engaging in devotion can be much more pleasant, much more easier when we can think of pastimes of Krishna. If I'm chanting simply on focusing on light, I might not be able to enjoy that much. But if I'm chanting, Hare Krishna mantra, so, Yasoda Nandana, pastimes, all this, it can be very, realizable. Chanting, or even Krishna Katha, realizable. Hearing about glorious activities he performed, that historical that we see in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, unless these are performed, these cannot be written. So, all these are the one which makes it very exciting. Plus, he wants to spend some, quality time, that's what we say. So, with his confidential associates. So, these are the primary reasons why Krishna has appeared. Okay, so even though he says those are probably possibly true for like Varadeva appearance and other appearance, but here Krishna, so that's why in Krishna we talk so much about his Leelas. And then this, Canto 10, not just one book, there are multi-volume, 10 plus 4. Prabhu has read all of them, that's why he says 4, I don't know. But anyway, 4 books are there. So 4 like these, thick books that explain Krishna's appearance and his Leelas during childhood, Paudanga, and also in Kishora. So all this very beautiful. Simply by hearing those, we can, feel as if, so we are in Vrindavan, we are part of Krishna's Leelas. So this is the expansion of loving exchange that Krishna wants to perform with his devotees. And that is the reason why he shifted from the Mathura jail to Gokul. Otherwise, killing Krishna, that Kamsa is so easy for Krishna. Just by mere glance he can kill. So there is one in Bengali, Prabhupada used to say, Rake Krishna, Mare Krishna, Rake. If Krishna wants to kill, no one can protect. But if Krishna wants to protect you, no one can kill. Whatever, not only protection, if Krishna wants to give you something, no one can stop. If Krishna wants to make king of this Australia or prime minister of Australia, no one can stop it. So it is Krishna's will. So it's very important. So here, Krishna has appeared to all those pastimes. So now going through each of these verses, after we finish discussion on Nandostava, we'll switch to Prabhupada's appearance. So there is one more verse written at the bottom. So we'll read that also later. So that's very relevant in terms of Prabhupada's appearance, the prophecy. And of course that all happened, not just a prophecy. So Sukadeva Goswami said, Nanda Maharaj, so Atmaja Utpanne. Atmaja, like one, simply say, oh, she is my, almost like Atma. Usually we refer to very dear son. So Atmaja Utpanne. Utpanne means appeared. So this Nanda Maharaj, Krishna has appeared as son of Nanda Maharaj. Because of this, Jata Lado. So this Nanda Maharaj has felt so much happy. Like Prahalada Lada. We say in Narasimha prayer, Narasimha appeared to give joyful to Prahlad. Similarly here, Jathalado. So that is the second line, Jathalado. So Ahlado. So Ahlado means joyful. Who is giving joyful to Nanda Maharaj? Appearance of his son. He was jubilant. During some of these, for example, yesterday, when just before 12 o'clock, some of these Matajis were jumping as if they want to touch the floor. And some of them are jumping so much they might pass through and touch Vaikuntha. So much they are jumping. That means they are very jubilant about appearance of Krishna. Similarly, of course, here Nanda Maharaj is very jubilant. Then you have Mahamanaha. What is Mahamana? Mana means mind. Maha means big. Like we say Maha garland, Mahaprasada, we know these terms very well, correct? And Maha, we always say, give me Maha. Okay, Manaha. So he is very broad-minded person. That means Nanda Maharaj is not very conservative. And you will see later in Krishna Leelas, Nanda Maharaj is broad-minded. He is willing to consider other opinions also. So not just fixated by only one. So very broad-minded. So in the service of Krishna, in the glorious exchange with his son and others, he is very willing to consider, very magnanimous, very compassionate. So Mahamanaha, and you will see as we discuss how Mahamanaha is. Mahamanaha. Then, so with appearance of son Sri Krishna, so Nanda Maharaj want to invoke auspiciousness. So what did he do? So first, he purified himself. Purified means took bath, just like we sleep and take a bath. That is external bathing. Then of course we also want to bath internally. So there are two types of purification. One is external purification, just taking bath, that is not enough, but we also decorate. So Nanda Maharaj also decorated, because it's a celebration he want to host. So he decorated nicely, wore fresh garland, fresh cloth. So then of course he put very nice tilak. Then he put his kirita, the topi. So he put kirita. Then he also had a golden necklace. So this news of appearance of son of Nanda Maharaj has immediately spread to whole Gokul and other surroundings, Vraja. Immediately spread. So they didn't have a WhatsApp or anything, but it all spread during Mangalarti only. Krishna appears at 12 o'clock. Then, so Mangalarti, so there they perform, even if not to Krishna, but other devatas, then forefathers, that's all we remember here. So within 3-4 hours, the news spread very quickly. So therefore, that means everybody is going to come. So that Alankara, then that is not enough, but he want to invoke auspiciousness. Therefore, he invited qualified Brahmanas. So here it says, purifying himself. So he invited Vipran Vedagnan. He invited Vipran means Brahmanas who have got Vedagnan. So not Brahman by birth who have no Veda knowledge. Correct? So a Brahmana, so one who has that quality of Brahmana and who is a perfect in the Vedas, such personalities he invited. For what? To recite Vedic mantra. And so that this birthday celebration can be performed perfectly according to the rules and regulations of Vedas. So Vedic way, Vedic celebration. So when we do, Abhishek we don't do randomly, just do whatever way we want. Now we have a system, Pancha, Bhuta, and everything is prepared very nicely, and that's prepared by someone who knows nicely. Then very respectfully, nicely brought, and stage is arranged, and only qualified persons are, doing Abhisheka for Lord Sri Krishna and Radharani. Not everyone. Prabhu like Ananda Vardhan, so only such qualified persons can do that. And if you want to know who are the qualified personalities in Melbourne, so if you don't know, just go out, there is a notice board, they put names of various devotees. I am not there, but other devotees are there, so there are qualified persons. Okay, so know the qualified persons, so who can perform such abhishek. So Nanda Maharaj has organized all of that. So then we have this Vichayita. So Swasti Ayam, Swasti, we say, Brahma says Swasti. So this is all auspicious word. Swasti, invoking auspiciousness. So they performed this Vedic mantra recitation by Brahmanas. So especially here word significant Jata Karma. So in the purport, Jata Karma, Prabhupada is saying, Jata Karma ceremony can take place when the umbilical cord connecting the child and the placenta is cut. This is the tradition. So especially if you go to villages, so their babies are delivered in the house only. So there the expert, Vaidi, person who is expert in delivery, and then after that they cut this umbilical cord. The baby, mother's umbilical cut, so they cut. So actually the umbilical cord is like a supply source, supplying nourishment to the baby inside the stomach. How is it getting food? How is it getting air to respire? How is it is growing? All the nutrition, all the power, it's all coming through mother. The umbilical cord is the connection. So that umbilical can cut. That ceremony is called Jata, karma. Jata karma. Karma is activity, Jata karma cutting. So that is the ceremony, which is what is the Jata karma ceremony. So inside, in the purport, Prabhupada talks about, it seems Krishna is born to Devaki and Vasudeva, but Vasudeva and they didn't have opportunity to celebrate this Jata karma. So mainly because they didn't want to reveal that the son was born, because they were worried that this Kamsa might come and try to snatch Krishna and try to kill. So that was a worry mothers and father had, so they didn't celebrate. But here, Nanda Maharaj, Yasodamma, so they were pretty much thinking that they are born. So here the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, so they were all trying to prove that actually Krishna is born to Yasoda and Nanda Maharaj as son. And they are even saying that they were twins. First Krishna is born, then Yogamaya has appeared. So Yogamaya is the sister, then Krishna is the brother. So here we got Yogamaya, that is Subhadramaya. Subhadramaya is the sister of Krishna and sister of Balaram. So this is at the spiritual level, at the plane, all are interchangeable. We say in spiritual level, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. So this Nama, Krishna's name is identical with Krishna's form. That is spiritual level. But materially it is different. So we may be called some XYZ name, Ananda Vardhan, but he can be called as Krishna Das. These are just identity, that we got in different names in materially, but in spiritually they are identical. So therefore, so Vedically you can certainly say that Yasodanandana Brajajana Ranjan. That's what we sang. Yasodanandana. Yasodanandana. So it's Nanda, Yasoda, not Yasodana, but also Nandanandana. Nandanandana. So those are explained very nicely. So this Jata karma, Atmajasya. So that is for his own son. Then indeed, Karyam Asya. So this he performed, he decided to celebrate this. So therefore, according to the Vedic scriptures. And this last we also see, Pitra Devarchana Tata. When you have a son appeared, at that time, not only celebrating appearance of son, but also, pray to whom? Pray to, Pitras, your forefathers. This happens in villages also. When a baby is born, so they try to remember grandfather and great-grandfather, and sometimes they even give name of grandfather or great-grandfather. This is very, very common. So a grandson likely to inherit name of grandfather or great-grandfather. So they want to remember. So therefore here Archanam also performed. Then not only that, he also performed Pitra Devarchana, Devas also. So this is something higher than themselves. So this is a culture. So that is very much prominent in villages, in cities, especially villages. So I come from villages and I have witnessed all this in person. When baby is born, very, very raw, then umbilical cord, then give them a hot water bath, then various ceremonies that happens. So now, as part of the celebration, when the message goes to the whole, various surroundings of Gokul. So at that time, obviously, there are so many Gopas and Gopis and others. They also, ready to participate. So they also immediately took bath and then decorated themselves. So not only decorated, but they also comes with gift. When the baby appears at a home, they come with gift. So all these Gopas brought appropriate gift to be presented to Nanda Maharaj and Yasoda Mata. Then the gopis, elderly gopis, young gopis, who were more senior to Krishna, born earlier. So all of them are also took bath and decorated very nicely. Then of course gopis, Matajis, they will decorate even more nicer, wearing the best sari they can find on earth. So with embroidered with golden embroidery, the anch like this. This is only not a gold, it's artificial, but there will be real gold one. Then jewels, very nice jewels, then earrings, and then of course in the description later it also says that their well-formed body, very beautiful looking. So there Prabhupada said that because they are natural living in the nature, so and their food, they are taking natural food, not cereal or others, but natural food. Because of that, they were well-formed body, very beautiful. So we see the beautiful description of gopis is, is very nice, very pleasant. So they all also came, and they want to present gift to Yasoda Mata. So all these gopas brought gift to present it to Nanda Maharaj, which is useful to Nanda Maharaj. Obviously, when you are taking the gift, you think about whom you are presenting, what is useful to them. You want to present a gift to a small 2-year-old baby, you take them one Krishna's book, small Amar Chitra Katha, present to them. And if you want to present it to someone who is 16, 17-year-old, today you might buy one nice iPhone or something, present to them. And they will jump as if they achieved Goloka Vrindavan just by receiving that gift. So anyway, giving appropriate gift is important. Sometimes you also buy a nice shirt and present to them. A nice shirt, nice dosi or a pant or a nice spec possibly. They want, there are very, there are so many spec with people wear with the color, Ray-Ban. Ray-Ban? Yeah, sometime my wife says, hey, we just purchased this $2 spec. Why are you worried about it breaking? It's not about $2. It's a spec. We should also respect material energy. If it breaks by itself, it's okay. But we don't have to just carelessly break it. They say this is not Ray-Ban. Oh no, we want to buy Ray-Ban glass. Even I don't know what it is, but anyway, it seems it is a quality one. Anyway, you need to gift appropriately based on the recipient. This is what Nanda Maharaj and Yasoda Mata did. And more importantly, not everyone gifted the same item. Imagine everyone brought iPhone for you. What are you going to do it? This is not an apple to eat. Even though it's from Apple company, but it is not manufactured to be able to eat. But they are saying in the future, you will get phones from Apple, and then of course you can speak to other friends using that Apple phone. But if you are hungry, you can eat it also. Now these days we are saying what is that? Reusability, reusing in the name of sustainability. Sustainable food, sustainable water. And sustainability is so much. It seems if you want to go to, for example, using satellites or using this machine they have made to go to moon planet, there is no water available, they are saying. What do they do? So they want to drink their own urine. So they want to take urine purifier and drink it. Sustainability. So these are advancement. Anyway, so I don't know whether it will happen in our lifetime, but in the future, these mobile phones will be not only used for communicating with others, you can also eat it when you feel hungry. That means they will be so cheap, something like $50 mobile phone. So then feeling hungry, nobody is giving me prasada, just eat that Apple phone only. So there will be an apple. So maybe at a higher, subtle level, we can do that, a spiritual level. So this mobile phone and Apple mobile phone and Apple will be same. You can exchange, identical. So you can do that. So they all presented different items. So that is the glory. Because each of those gopis connected with Yasoda Mata in different way. So therefore, according to their connection and feeling with Yasoda Mata, they brought different gifts. And it so happened that they all are different, not all same. Similarly with Nanda Maharaj also. So much of gifts are brought and they all are unique. So it can be used for different purposes. If they imagine everybody bring a one shirt, 1,000 shirt. So what are you going to do with it? So just one person brought shirt, one person different items. So this is the culture. So they had. So then obviously at celebration, we will have, kirtan also. So they invited the famous singers and then who also brought nice instruments. Some of them brought mridanga, some of them brought kartala, some of them brought piano, all these instruments. So they played a very beautiful, devotional song also. Just like here. What were we doing at 12 o'clock? The famous singers were singing Hare Krishna mantra. And others were following like me. Right? I am not a famous singer. But there were other famous singers with great voice of Gandharvas. They were singing like Gandharvas, as if you imported Gandharvas temporarily, just for the celebration. That is true. And if you see, usually those who sing, and they are appearing only on the festival day. Correct, Prabhu? All these great singers of Melbourne, usually they appear on the festival day only. Other days, people like me and others can sing. But in a festival day, we want to have a very nice kirtaniyas, nice singers. And that's what happened here also in the festival. Then the festival is going on. They want to play. So what were they doing? Usually sometime you go to Prabhupada, take those flowers and throw on others. We do that, right? So during kirtan going on, sometime we take some flowers. After the Abhishek, what do? We take the flower from Abhishek and throw on everybody. And then of course sometime Prabhupada said we take flowers in the same way. They were doing, so there this Gokul, had so much of milk. Nanda Maharaj had how many cows? More than 900,000 cows. Imagine, almost 1 million. Then of course these million cows also in after a year or so, they will also give birth to another calf, and that means the million can become 1.5 million. So population of these cows was growing. That means they have abundant milk. So therefore they took milk like in a glass and threw on Anandavardhan, if you were there. Correct? So they were celebrating that way. So celebrating not only milk, from milk you get curd also. Sometimes you spray curd. On birthday, our Maharaj, his appearance day, 80th appearance day. So you go there, Maharaj will take cake and put into your mouth, and not only that, he will put it to your here, nose and everywhere. So like this to the cheeks, and even to nose also. Maybe if you're feeling still hungry, you can take the taste for some more period. Correct? So at least the smell is coming and doing that. And sometime, because this is Maha personally touched by Maharaj and applies to you, then only he did it for 2 or 3 persons. When they are going, other people come and snatch and taste also, because Maha Prasada. So you didn't directly get from the hand of Maharaj into your mouth. At least Maharaj applied, you take it, is almost similar, identical. So same way. So they are throwing curd on each other. Not just curd, butter also. Take fresh butter and sometime you throw like this and person will open a mouth. So directly goes into mouth, correct? Like this open, Hare, like that open, no? So it so happened that they have thrown at that instant, it fell into your mouth and you enjoy butter, ghee. So like this. So this is how they were celebrating. Just like the Holi and Holi day, we take color water and spray on each other. Correct? The celebration. In fact, this is the tradition that was there. Even right now, if you go to the Gokul villages, they do this. If you want to experience in person, so this Ananda Utsava, you go to Gokul, in the Gokul there is a top temple, you go there, and that village around, this is how the celebration will happen there. So the tradition is continuing. So, this is the tradition. Going on. Then, so like this, the jubilant, that all happened. Then, so Maha, opulent Chappan Bhog was organized. So of course they performed Abhishek of Krishna. So then, parallelly in the kitchen of Sodamma, so opulent cooking was going on, just like our kitchen here. Opulent cooking. So on Janmashtami, of course, many devotees fasted. They still got very opulent, nice prasada, even though at midnight at 12 o'clock. Srikhand was there, made from milk only. It's a milk product. Milk and then this and do various transformation, then become Srikhand. And Srikhand also sometimes devotees do. I noticed, take full glass upon, take and then apply to the cheek or the lips to other devotees. If you are very close, don't do it everybody. If you are very close and almost very dear person to you and you do that. And all this was happening. So they all had a very nice feast. Then of course, time to leave. Any festival, time to leave. Even at midnight, 1 o'clock, we have to go home. Only those who are, most glorious ones may get to stay here. Like if your ashram is like the Mataji, so we can just near in the ashram and others. But others have to leave. And they were all leaving. So Nanda Maharaj didn't send them empty-handed. To Brahmanas, so here in the purport, he says he has gifted 2 million cows. Somewhere I read that it is 200,000 cows. Anyway, it doesn't matter. 200,000 cows or 2 million is a massive. So many cows are gifted. At that time, it was a tradition to gift the most auspicious asset that you can use, a cow, not gold. Of course, he also gifted some nice dhotis. Brahmanas like a yellow dhoti with golden embroidery. Usually you invite Brahmanas, they come in colorful dhoti. So if you are not in Melbourne, you go to Madhvacharya Mata. If you go to Madhvacharya Mata on the Krishna Janmashtami celebration, any other festival, the Brahmanas there wear colorful blue color dhoti, yellow color dhoti, green color dhoti, all this very colorful dhoti. This is a tradition. You go to Udupi Sri Krishna in Udupi, in Karnataka, in India. So there also the Brahmanas wear those colorful. It's very traditionally. So traditionally Brahmanas we are very colorful. So therefore, so he presented not only cows, but also the gold and nice dhoti and dresses also. And he did the same thing with others, Gopas and Gopis too. Because Gopas brought so many gifts, so reciprocate. And this reciprocation is part of bhakti. Rupa Goswami, in his Nectar of Instruction of Devotion, he says, loving exchange between devotees. How? You can invite to house, do some kirtan together, have some Krishna Katha, then of course feed each other, feed the invited devotees, give them a nice prasada, then exchange gift. Prabhupada says that this is similar to how the politicians and other business people do. You go to some, let's say you want to start a new business and you want a new deals to some market. So you go to another businessman, so you don't go empty-handed. You take some gift and present to him, then you can reveal your secret mind. You don't reveal your secret mind to everybody. Even if you have some ecstasy in serving Krishna, you don't tell it to everybody publicly. Correct? But you tell it to your close persons. So this exchanging is part of bhakti. But exchanging not gossip thing, this devotee is doing this nonsense, that devotee, not those words. Glorifying. Even if you are talking about other devotees, glorify those devotees. See the best quality in them. So only best qualities. Because everybody is full of fault in this world. Only Krishna is the perfect. Everyone is faulty. Whatever in the material world, you take light, bulb, or this chair, this glass, everything has some fault in it. So, but there are good things about it. So good thing is this glass can hold water, it can help me to quench thirst. So there is a good thing about it, and it is glass full. Negatively you might say, oh, this is only he brought 80% of the water. What is this? Other one is, oh, very nice, he brought almost full glass, almost full. Thank you, Prabhu. Like that, see positively. So exchanging this is part of bhakti. So part of, so that's what they also did. So Nanda Maharaj exchanged nice gift with other Gopas. There are fellow covered men. So many of them his friends. Nanda Maharaj, when he takes all these cows to the field, so others also bringing. Not only Nanda Maharaj had so many cows, other Gopas in house, they also have so many cows. So many cows, there also so much of butter is prepared, So Krishna loves that. Not only he doesn't eat the butter that's made at home, but he loves going to other gopis' houses and stealing the butter and enjoying. That's why we call him as a Makan Chor. Krishna is also Chor, but he's a Chor of butter. Chor means thief. So Makan is butter. So Krishna does that. He enjoys all those pastimes with other gopis, elderly gopis. Do all those pastimes are there. So then, so like this, the celebration went on, and this celebration is what is called as Nanda. So, and of course, after the Krishna's appearance, so only not just Nandostava, but so many pastimes are taken place. And knowing this pastime is very glorious. So, charma, this appearance, and then karma. As discussed, so this discussion or knowing, hearing, appearance of Krishna and his activities is so glorious that it will purify you and it will take you back to Vaikuntha Loka. So that is the power. So therefore, knowing a little bit pastimes of Krishna will be very nice. And so Prabhu, I think he asked, what is your favorite pastime of Krishna? Madhavas was thinking, finally said, oh, Putana Mardana. So, at what age? He was just barely 6 years old. Already somehow this Kamsa, felt that, because these are due to Narada. What Narada did, he will somehow create some commotion. When Krishna appeared, so this Narada, this Kamsa thought, okay, the baby girl has appeared, nothing will happen, I'm safe. But immediately Narada went. He told, Kamsa, you are enjoying and thinking that your killer has gone. No, he's appeared, already he's there. So that has made him frightened. So he sent Putana. This Kamsa also has associates. Who are the associates? Putana and various other demons. Demon has demonic friends. And the Devas have got Deva friend. Suras have Sura friends. Asuras have got Asura friends. So Kamsa was Asura. So he sent Putana there. So at the age of 6, when she came to feed Krishna, everybody thought, when they were walking, this Putana coming, they also, here is something, Gandharvi coming from some heavenly planet, so beautiful. Some of them actually fell down. In villages, they sit down on this one outside the house. There will be one like a bench-like structure. So they sit down there and sometimes chit-chatting. But this beautiful walking, these people, they fell down also. All that just happened, naturally also happened. Anyway, so she wanted to feed. And then of course, Yasoda Mata was very happy. Oh, here is some beautiful personality came. No, I don't know whether we've seen her, but anyway, very beautiful. Let my son drink her milk. And then he will also become even more beautiful. Krishna is already beautiful, but even more beautiful. Mothers want their son to be very beautiful. So then she tried to feed, and then of course, Krishna sucked her life energy and killed her. Then we know that anything Krishna does, Krishna blesses you or Krishna kills you, they are qualified to go back to Vaikuntha Loka. Only Krishna only kills people who are very powerful. Others just by his will or his other persons can do it. So some of these demons are so powerful that energy may not be able to kill. So therefore, the best person who can kill is Krishna himself. So that is what happened at the age of not even age, 6-day-old baby killed. So that is the magnanimous power of Krishna. Who can do that? A 6-month-old baby, 6 days, and sucking the milk and whole blood, everything, finished. So that's what he did. Then of course, after that, when he became, for example, fast forward, 2-year-old, so this Damodar Leela with mother Yasoda. So Krishna has to be fed. But when mother Yasoda, while feeding, she felt that some milk is boiling. She put Krishna on here, then went there. When this happened, Krishna became very angry. How come? She just put me and go away. So then he took one stone from nearby, aimed perfectly and hit that pot. This has infuriated mother. It happens. Even though mother may be very dear to the child, but if the kids go and do something nasty like this, they give them a nice beating. So this is what Mother Yasoda also wanted to give him nice chastisement. So that is what led to Damodar Leela. So that happens just in 2-year-old Krishna. Then of course there are many other like these pastimes you all know, including for example Gocharan Leela. So Krishna already became something like 3+ years. Then so there in the villages, how do they play? Usually when all these cows and all they are going toward the forest, at that time some of these boys will hold the tail of that cow or buffalo. And then they hold tail, and then all these cows are running faster when you hold, especially. If you hold a cow, that time they start running faster. So they were all, like this, rolling and going. So this was so much ecstatic to all the gopis who were watching from upstairs. They also have a bungalow, not just like here. Just like here in Alvapark, you see many multi-story houses, 2 floor, not too much high, but 2 floor. So they were watching and they were so happy. Yasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. So like this, Krishna is making all those Brajajana, Ranjana, means may be happy. Now when the small babies are doing, we feel so happy. So they were doing that Leela also, that was at age. So then of course, at 7 years, Govardhan Leela. Govardhan Leela is also very auspicious. So we also sang in Jai Radha Madhava, Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari. We said Girivaradhari, one who is doing Govardhan. So at the age of 7, so he was able to lift the Govardhan to protect the devotees from torrent of rain that is coming. Umbrella will not help. Even the houses all are smashed. Imagine, so this sea level goes up. They are saying by maybe 20, 50 or 3,000, year, in 100 years time, maybe sea level will go up due to climate change. They are saying that whole half of Melbourne will be in water. These are the prediction. Anyway, in our life may not happen. But if the sea level goes up by 1 meter above, what happens? Water will be here. This happens. Those of you who visited Mayapur during heavy rain, the Ganga water is so much water that water level goes up. Then you go to Mayapur, our temple, water only. So there you go in a boat to Radha Madhav, Narsimhadev and Panchatattva. Correct, Prabhu? So in heavy rain, this happens. So this can also happen here too. So maybe in 100 times you still come back to Radha temple, you take a boat, come inside and take darshan and go. So these are already, these are something we see there, it can happen here too. So Govardhan Leela, then of course Krishna also as he grows, so he also did lots of pastimes with gopis as well. When gopis goes to the Yamuna river to take a bath, so they of course remove some of their clothes and put it on the bank, then go and take bath. At that time Krishna will somehow sneak into woman bathing area. There is a bathing area dedicated for ladies, dedicated for men. So Krishna will somehow sneak and steal the clothes and then goes up on the tree. So there is Vastharana. This is also other pastimes. So only gopi who was dare enough to come sort of naked is Radharani. That's why Krishna's favorite. So of course other leelas also happened. Rasa Leela, when he became around 8 years, at the age of 8, Rasa Leela, night time having nice dance among these gopis and gopas. So the Krishna and all the gopis. So like that, of course, Krishna has killed so many other demons. So many demons. He killed Aristasura, that bull. So that was at the age of 10. So of course that has led to gopis accuse him, oh, you killed this bull, so very sinful person. Oh, he said, no problem, now let me take a bath. So then he created that Radha Kund and Shyam Kund. So these are our pastimes. They didn't appear just randomly. There is a story connected with it. So like that we had, then finally, when he became around 11 years, then somehow this Kamsa said, okay, here's the order from the king, that okay, you come and come to our. When the king issues order, you have to go. Correct? If government of India or Australian taxation office or some people issue order, you come and see us. Now, whether you want or not, you have to go. So the Krishna went, and then there this Kamsa has arranged so no, we know that you are a very powerful man. You can have some fight with my other people like the Mastura and all those people, bodybuilders. Then finally Krishna killed them. Then this Kamsa, actually his plan was to somehow kill Krishna. But of course Krishna killed. So you can see these all happened during Kaumara age, that is up to 6 years, and also during Paudanga. Little bit Kishore, just beginning. So these pastimes, these are primarily Vrindavan pastimes. So and of course there are many other pastimes after that in Mathura, his education, then Dwaraka the pastime. There are so many other pastimes. But all these pastimes are very, very glorious. And in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam itself also says, simply by hearing these glorious pastimes of Krishna, the devotees get freed from attachment of all this material lamentation and desires. And they become pure. This is Yasmin Sat Karna Piyuse. Karna means ear. Piyuse, hearing this Yasmin. Yasmin means Devas, Krishna's pastime. Simply by hearing through your Karna, your ear become purified. Simply by seeing Krishna, your eyes get purified. We want to see something. Why can't we see beautiful form of Krishna and Radha, Jagannatha, Baladev, Subhadramaya, even the Narasimhadev. Narasimhadev look like very ferocious. But for devotees, see him very, very beautiful. Depends upon who you are. So if you are a thief, you get scared of police. If you are not a thief, you will be very royal. Correct? So depends upon our situation. So this is that destroys all our vasanas. Vasanas that are carrying all these desires and kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, macharya, all these vasanas residing in our mind. These are called arishta vargas. Kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada. These are all residing. They can be purified. So it says this Bhagavatam is called Ganga river. So in the Ganga river, when it comes from the toy of Vamandev, so it is purifying the three worlds, upper planets, lower planets, middle planets. Anyone who takes bath also purified. Similarly, this Bhagavatam is like a Ganga water, Ganga. So it can purify the hearer. Not only purify the hearer, it also purifies speaker also. Simply by speaking it, even if I am impure person, speaking this pure thing, so I get purified. So speaker, then others, hearers, everyone get purified. This is the glory of Ganga. When you become purified, so what happens? From conditioned state to you become Brahma Bhuta, you become fully Krishna consciousness of Krishna. Even the Kamsa was Krishna conscious. He was always thinking 24 about Krishna only. How we can kill. He was always making some schemes, plan. So whomever he is sending, all the demons are killed. Or he is making, okay, another one, attempt. So many attempts is being made. And thinking 24 hours, no, sleepless. He hardly slept. He probably slept 1 or 2 hours, some more. Just Prabhupada also slept only for 3-4 hours only. But the remaining time, so he wrote, all the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam translation from Sanskrit to English and the Purport and all that. So whereas Kamsa also was doing the same thing, but he was scheming about. So his schemes are described later. You can see how Kamsa was scheming. So he is scheming also, in the connection with Krishna, everything is good, everything glorious. So that's what happened. So anyway, they come to Brahma Bhuta platform. When they became pure Krishna consciousness, then Prasanatma, always happy. Na sochati, na kingsati. They don't lament about anything, nor desire anything else. So they are simply interested in bhakti. Because Krishna gives such a bhakti when you become consciousness. That's very, very nice. So then of course, so next is now with the Kali Yuga is appearing. Kali Yuga has already appeared. 5,000, some 300, some years already over. So in Kali Yuga, people have all this problem. So by hearing Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, it purifies, he says. Now, but Kali Yuga people don't care about reading Śrīmad Bhāgavatam or anything. So that is where, in around 538 years ago, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. He said, okay, in Kali Yuga it is not possible to perform all this big puja, yajna and all those. How they are going to survive? So for Kali Yuga, simply Kali Yuga Nama Rupa Krishna Avatara. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give this holy name. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mostly, propagated this Hare Krishna parts of South India, some North India, only small part. But what about the rest of the world? Who will do it? So this is where Prabhupada comes. So Prabhupada appearance is very, very glorious. And there, so we written, so appearance of Prabhupada. This is a prophecy by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In the Chaitanya Mangala, we have Chaitanya Charitamrita. There the books below, the golden colored cover, they are Chaitanya Charitamrita. So in the Chaitanya Mangala, so we have this verse, prophecy by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He says, Yadi papi chadi dharma dhure deshayaya mora senapati bhakta yebe tataya. So Yadi means if. Papi means sinful person. Chadi, escape. Dharma, religious duties. Dura deshe. Dura means far away. Desha means country. Dura deshe. At that time goes. Mora, my senapati bhakta. My, military commander bhakta. So will go. Yebe. Tataya. Tataya means like this transcendental information he will give. So translation is that if some sinful people escape and give up religious principles, then go to far-off countries like Western countries, some far-off country, away from India. So at that time, my Sena Bhakti will come and he will go there and give them Krishna consciousness. So this is the prediction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And so as a result, we have, Prabhupada. So who did that? So a little bit, just like we heard pastimes of, appearance of Krishna, especially in Utsava and afterwards. So similarly, we will have a brief, little bit glorification of Prabhupada. Even Janma Karma Cheve Dimyam, not only Supreme Lord Janma Karma discussion, even having discussion on Janma Karma of pure devotees like Prabhupada is also uplifting, purify us, and we become qualified to go to Vaikuntha Loka. So not just Lord, but Lord representative. In one sense, they are almost same. Not that as God, but they are Sevak Bhagavan. They are Seva. They are also like Bhagavan, but Sevak Bhagavan. So they are also very opulent. All qualities of Krishna manifest in them. So Krishna has invested special energy in them, special potency in them. So Prabhupada appeared. His, in English calendar we say September 1st, 1896. So he appeared in Calcutta. So, Prabhupada already from the childhood only was very devoted because parents were devoted. Gaur Mohandev, Rani, they were also devoted, very pure devotees. So as a result, his upbringing was in devotee family. At the age of 5, he performed Ratha Yatra. The small baby kids, they also imitate. They made their own Ratha cart and then, pulled, and they had some small deity of Jagannath Baladev Subhadramaya, like playfully. So they performed the Ratha Yatra at the age of 5 only. So that was very nice. And then Prabhupada wanted to pray. So sometime parents, okay, no problem, here is your deity. Sometimes you give them a picture or a small Jagannath Baladev Subhadramaya. In this case, Prabhupada wanted to worship of Radha Krishna. So he had his own devotee age of 6. Then like this he went on. So in 1922, he met Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. So 1922 means 22 plus 4. At the age of 26. He is easy to remember. So, he appeared in 1896. That is to 2004 years. So therefore, whatever we say, then plus 4. So 1922 he met, that means he met at 22 plus 2 plus 4, that is at the age of 26. So there in the first meeting only, Bhaktivedanta Maharaj saw, Prabhupada was like, very young and straight man, very good in English. He studied in Scottish Church College, English medium. So he was very good English. And then Bhakta on top of it. So then this Maharaj said, oh, you all are so well educated young devotees. Why don't you preach in English? In India, if you speak in English, people give you a lot of respect. You know that. Even they don't know English, but you speak in English. That happen. You go to village and speak in English. They don't know, but they will respect you so much. So now, of course, Britishers were there, so you can speak to Britishers, you can speak to all educated people, everyone, the respect. So he said, okay, you do this. Then the next time he said, okay, English speaking. Then Prabhupada was meditating. What is this speaking in English? He thought maybe best place to go to place where they speak 100% English. So that way the recipients can understand. So Prabhupada has progressed, and then so he got Diksha also in 1932. So that is after 10 years meeting. He took time. You meet a guru, so you start hearing him and you like him, and slowly, oh, looks like I should take a Diksha. That's what happens. So he took Diksha at the age of 32 plus 4, that is 36. So it took time. So but of course, glorious about Prabhupada is that on the first Diksha only he got both first initiation and second initiation. Whereas people like me, shelter for maybe 25 years, then we come to platform of 16 round chanting. They say, okay, first round. After that, second initiation, so much of complication. And if you are here in Melbourne and these days, there are so many exams to pass, and then our knowledge is very limited, memory is limited. They will ask you suddenly, tell this verse, and you have to tell perfectly, not possible. And you say, I've been doing garland for 20 years for Radha Vallabha. Now they tell you, can you tell me the verse related to the garment making in Chaitanya Charitamrita? Who will know? Then Matas will cry. I heard about this. They want to take even the first initiation, second initiation. So ask such a tough question. So these are standard, expectation is too high. But anyway, Prabhupada was a Bhaktivedanta already. So that is given. Then, so Prabhupada, of course, if you hear he was a family man, of course. Like me and many other devotees who also married, they have children. So he was also having, so he tried to also bring them up in a Krishna conscious way. But not always possible. Don't assume that a Mahatma son will be a Mahatma. No. Even Mahatma Gandhi, whom we call in India, freedom fighter, father of India, correct? Nation we say, freedom fighter. So even his son was not a Mahatma. Some of them even become drunkard also. Prabhu is from Gujarat, no? Correct? So he is from Gujarat, he knows. One of the sons become drunkard also. It can happen. So don't assume that Mahatma son will be Mahatma. But at the same time, don't assume that demon son is a demon. No. We have got Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad. Hiranyakashipu is the greatest demon in the universe. Greatest. In the history, you see from Satyayuga to now, the most greatest atheist was Hiranyakashipu. And he had a greatest son who was the greatest pure devotee. So that had happened. So a little bit, not that much happened in Prabhupada's case, but he had a tough time, a little bit. Anyway, at the age of in 1956, at the age of 60, he moved to Vrindavan. He said, okay, now that I finish, Grahastha life, next life is Vanaprastha. What is the best Vana? Vrindavan. He went to Vrindavan. So there in Vrindavan, so he, what did he do? So he somehow rented a room in Radha Damodar temple. So hopefully some of you visited Radha temple. So there's one room Prabhupada rented, and there he constantly focused on meditating and seeking blessings of Rupa Goswami, Jiva Goswami, and deities. Then he started writing Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, the first volume. So then he single-handedly did that. Not only writing, so he has to find the printer, he has to purchase a paper, and he has to print it, and after printing, so he also has to go and sell also. So he did everything, from writing to printing, purchasing paper, getting printed from printer, then doing copywriting and correcting, then fixing, then again after the printing is done, then selling himself. So he did wholesale, end to end. But these days we don't have to do. From my personal experience, I also wrote book on, for example, cloud computing. Correct? So I only did writing. The next job I give it to some American publisher, Chinese publisher, Indian publisher, European publisher, and they will print, and they will do copy edit, and they will do the sales. I only get royalty. right? So, but whereas Prabhupada has to do all of it. So it was a hard work. I can say so much of hard work. So he did that. Then finally he thought, maybe now, my Guru Maharaj told me to go and preach in English. Okay, English-speaking country better. So which is the best place? America. In America, which is the most popular city? New York. Because if you can somehow preach in New York, even to 10 people, somehow it will become popular across the world. So that is the fashion. Whatever those people are doing, other people copy. So Prabhupada went there, journey. You all know journey was very difficult journey. And it took 35 days in that Jaladut, that boat, ship that carried Prabhupada from India to the US. It took 35 days journey. Whereas we take aeroplane, Qantas aeroplane or some other airplane, land in Los Angeles or New York within 14 hours or 18 hours. Prabhupada took the journey, and then on top of it, journey was also difficult. He had 2 heart attack, but he prayed to Krishna. Krishna, you can do, if you like, you can protect me and so that I can preach, or whatever you decide. But anyway, so after that, then it was all smooth. He reached successfully. So there, so then he reached there in 19. Oh, sorry. Can you take mobile and turn off? My mobile. Yeah. Turn off. No. Disconnect my. Yeah. Thank you. I left it there. Yeah. I was thinking where my mobile is. The mobile itself has to tell me where it is. I put my hand here, I couldn't find. Maybe I thought it's the back, but it's there. Okay, no problem. So these are, they can tell us. Anyway, Prabhupada reached Boston in 1965. So at the age of 69. Then 1 year somehow he struggled in the New York and managed to attract some few devotees, few persons, hippies. So all young boys of age 18, 20, 22, so these boys, Prabhupada went actually in New York. So he sat below one tree at Tompkins Square. So there he was just chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Then some around they, felt, oh, let's go and join. And they joined, and that square now it is called, became a holy place. Tompkins Square, that tree. Prabhupada became Prabhupada tree. The tree is still there. So when he was doing some Hare Krishna simple kirtan, at that time some of the devotees came and some of the boys came. Some of them, if you are doing singing with some karta, they are dancing around you. So one of the devotees who danced was called Brahmananda Prabhu. So Prabhupada says it's the first dance of Hare Krishna in New York. In Hare Krishna, okay. So then this association built up. Then they decided to form some, organization, institute. So this is what Prabhupada put together in 1966, ISKCON. So 66 plus 4 at the age of 70. So incorporated this ISKCON. Then of course, so in New York, center started growing. So similarly, some devotees went to San Francisco. So there they started San Francisco Center. In San Francisco, they also did big Ratha-yatra. The first Ratha-yatra in Hare Krishna in 67. So that was very nice. Then Prabhupada was never satisfied with just having 1 or 2 centers. His dream was, we'll have centers around the world. We'll have thousands of devotees. We will be the most opulent people. This is what he has already conceived in his mind. So therefore he sent some devotees to Montreal in Canada. Some of them he sent it to London. So they all did a miraculous, these all young boys took it Prabhupada's instruction seriously. In fact, Prabhupada said that all these young boys who joined his movement, Hare Krishna movement, so they were all sent by Krishna. He says, my Guru Maharaj sent, Krishna sent all of them. So that you all engage together in spreading Krishna's glories, becoming Krishna consciousness. So as a result, during that period of up to 1977, up to the age of 81, so from 70 to that almost 11, 12 years, during the period he went around the world, many places. So more than 30 countries he visited. So several times he went to preach. And then meanwhile, so many centers established all over the world, 108 centers. So it seems when the baby is born, they invite astrologer to write his astrology. So Jataka they call. They write. The prophecy was that, when he became very, very old, at the age of 70, 75, he will establish 108 temple. That was there. But now it became true. Of course, Prabhupada is not aiming, some other time I have to make one. No, he was just simply interested in spreading. It just so happened that 108 temples, 108 temples were established in 6 continents around the world. And Prabhupada, what did he do in each of the temple? Systematic, program. One of them is this reading Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. So reading Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, these are very, very nice in the morning. In the festival day, of course, we have much more longer. Festival is more, we want to put our mind and thought more and more in hearing Krishna Katha. Then ashramas, then of course he wanted to make sure that no one around 10 kilometers goes hungry. So therefore some Sunday feast program, other feasts are constantly going on. So like this he organized so many of those. Restaurants, ashramas, or gurukuls, many of those. So this is just very glimpse. Then in 1997, November 14, so Prabhupada left this world and go back to Krishna Loka. So at the age of 81. So he lived that 70 to 81, fag end of life. But his was energetic. If you see Prabhupada, his pictures, the way he is walking at the age of 75, 80, so magnanimous compared to his disciples, he is walking very strong, very magnanimously, very confidently, perfectly. So he took all that distributed. So this is very, very dear. So of course these services, Prabhupada, because of that now we have this temple. So coming to this temple, Prabhupada visited Melbourne. So when? So first time visited in 1972. 1972 he visited. So at that time he was already 72 plus 4, 76. April 3rd he visited. And then he personally installed Gaurnitai. 1975, personally. He did personally do Abhishek. Personally, at that time, there is one video also that shows so how nice it was. So Prabhupada stayed there, upstairs. You can see all his, the bed and various items he has used. All of them are there. So this all very nicely happened. So this is very, very glorious. Of course, this glory is anyone who does. Krishna says, anyone who preaches this message of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, others, and that person is dear to me. So that means Prabhupada was very dear. So with that he, so went back to Goloka Vrindavan. To summarize, so you can see, so we discussed about Nanda Utsava. The Utsava that happened after few hours. How many hours? 12 plus 6. From 6 a.m. started. Within 6 hours. Because Nanda, Yashoda Mata and Nanda Maharaj, of course, so they were so much engo, they considered Krishna as their son and their son only. So according to scriptures. So they hosted the festival, we discussed about the Nanda Utsava in depth, then little briefly pastimes. And hearing this Janma Karma Cheme Divyam, so he is very glorious, we discussed a little bit about that also. Then very briefly about Prabhupada's appearance, so and his activities. So from his appearance to the disappearance, and discussing these is very purifying. As Bhagavatam itself says, this is like Ganges, Ganga river, just like Ganga river purifies the 3 worlds. Similarly, the hearing Śrīmad Bhāgavatam purifies 3 types of people. Who are the 3 types of people? So there is a direct person who is speaker, and the main hearer, in this case Parikshit Maharaj, and of course all others who are assembled, same way, very purifying. So then of course Prabhupada finally, so he says, he gave us Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna mantra, Hare Krishna movement was actually inaugurated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, so Prabhupada carried that as a Senapati Bhakta, as per the prediction, he made that true, and we can see now we got so many festivals, so many temples all over the world, and many new persons are becoming devotees. Now we have Hanuman Prabhu appearance just appeared, so like that, devotees. So they are carrying mood of other devotees, like Hanuman of Rama, like the different Seva Bhava. So they all carry, so even Mangalarti they come. So be happy and jumping all the time in remembering Krishna Sankirtan. Okay, I will stop here. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna. That Prabhu has written some question or what? Are you prepared? Yes. Let me answer this. So Kesha Prabhu asked that Prabhu to go. So, but he has written, I want to read it. Oh, so Nanda Mar.
It's my question. I can ask.
Oh, he is talking about general. Okay. So just taking notes look like. Nanda Maharaj is a pure devotee. Krishna appears to him. Oh, his question is there. Yeah, sorry. Then why he needs to perform such activities like, this Jat Karma and all that. So, yes, Nanda Maharaj is a pure devotee. So, even though you are pure devotee, doesn't mean that you ignore other pure devotees or lot. So his question was, Nanda Maharaj was a pure devotee. So why they need to perform all these Jat Karma, Vedic rituals and all? So the devotees, they are following Vedas. Vedas are given by the Lord. And they follow those instructions perfectly. Even Mahabhagavat. Oh, you become Mahabhagavat. Why do you need to chant? You still need to chant. Even you come to Mahabhava stage, just like Bharat Maharaj, then if you don't perform, what happens? You get attracted to some other material things and fall down, even though you progress all the way. But anyway, in this case, Nanda Maharaj was a simple, magnanimous villager, Nandagram. And in villages, performing these, inviting all others, connecting with everybody, having this exchange of gifts and serving each other. So this is brings more closeness, along with glorifying the Lord, glorifying the Son. Of course, they didn't know. Yashoda Mata and Nanda Maharaj, they didn't know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is all Krishna's, Yoga Maya. Otherwise, they may be, Krishna pay obeisance to him. It looks very funny, doing obeisance to your son. So Krishna wanted just like a normal, natural way, a feeling between mother and son. And because they desire to have a son as a Supreme Person, so they want to exchange those. So that's why he put them into Yogamaya. So they performed all this, not only for their own purification, but also purification of us. So the devotees want to hear all those pastimes. That way we can also release. So fortunately or unfortunately we are not part of those pastimes, but now we are able to hear. So we can connect. So this is for our own glory. So just by knowing those, so we can purify. So this way we can one day qualify to go back to God, go back to Krishna Loka, go back to Loka. And there's the desire of Lord. Lord doesn't want us to be here in Melbourne permanently. Although we seek permanent residency, citizenship, whatever, these are temporary for this body only. So Lord prefer that after this body you come back. And Prabhupada says that anyone who chants 16 rounds of Hare Krishna mantra and follow 4 executive principles in spite of difficulty they encounter, still they do attempts, and I will make sure that they will come back to Goloka Vrindavan. Okay, if they come, they are there in the gate, Jai Vijay will stop you. But he says, don't worry. I know that you may have little bit impurity, little bit maybe. So then I will call you from the back door and you can come inside. Because you are so much dedicated and served this mission of Hare Krishna here in Melbourne, here is wherever you are. So because of that, I will open up the back gate and come. Sometimes it happens, there is a queue. Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, during yesterday at midnight, the queue was so long. So if somebody is performing so much of seva, they come, the guard there also will let you. Or back door will be there to come in. You know the back door also. So some of you come through paraphernalia room and you enter into here. So all these arrangements are there. So therefore, all these pastimes are for not only their joy, but also joy of all other aspiring devotees. So for us. I hope this makes sense. Okay. All right. So it's already 9:15. So we'll stop here. Thank you very much. Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki. Srila Prabhupada's appearance day Mahabhaso ki. Nandostava ki. Hare Krishna.